Welcome to the final episode of The Apprentice at Home. Here we see our beleaguered candidates dragging their charred remains through the door after the grilling of a lifetime. The penultimate challenge for the apprentices is a rigorous interview process. And these guys have just been put through the ringer.
Can you shoot me, please?
You're already being shot.
Yeah. Where is everyone?
Oh, tell me there's something to eat.
One steak. Yeah, we're doing an interview about our interviews. Not a chance. In any sort of business, you can't be that. You can't be like that. You have to be some
Facial
sort of.
expressions. Whatever else that you were like.
Well, listen. It's like. Listen. You know what? It's exactly like Brian and Jackie. Like, because they're really nice people, but they have to play the character. Like, that's the way it is.
And it'd be easy to play. Like, if I told you next year you're doing the Apprentice interviews, think how easy it'd be.
I would like to be Tara. I would have said so many times. Here now.
Ask a question. Try to give the answer. Halfway through, it's bang on to another question. Like, they don't really want your answers being perfectly honest. It's just about seeing if you can crack. I mean, Final Four doesn't mean nothing's there. Apparently, it's look at it. You were lucky. You know, you were lucky. That's all. That's what they say. Like, you know, but literally, it's like, you know, you're not good enough for this job. You don't want this job. You know what? Listen, it's just not working. Listen, I have to go back to be able to give a recommendation. You're just not good enough. Jamie used to always put empty things. I'm doing steak. I'm just wondering what. There's nothing there, lads, that go with.
Is there
goes with
a steak, fried onions, and
listen, don't start. I'm doing this, so can you just?
Oh, are you?
You just said what is there that goes with steak, and now I'm suggesting it, and you won't take direction.
No. Listen, Sheena.
You know better, do you? Because all they kept saying was, you have no experience, and tomorrow, if I don't get through, it'll be, well, Lee, what of that, you've no experience. Like, I couldn't bloody knit some. So, today was kind of irrelevant, really. Yeah, I have no experience. I didn't really realise I didn't have any experience till they told me. I know, look, I knew that'd come up. I knew you're young, why should we give you the job, blah, blah, blah. Then they said I wasn't a risk taker, which I definitely disagree with. And I've said it to the others, and they're like, that's so not true. So I just have to be more risque. So I think I'm going to wear some sort of that Indian headdress upstairs to the boardroom tomorrow, perhaps. Do a bit of a risk, maybe come in on rollerblades or something.
I was expecting more of a roast. I was literally outside Gavin's thing, like going like this. Come on, and I was like, let me on. I'm like, and then I went in and it was like, so will, you know. And it was a bit too relaxed in his, but like.
I can't believe I did not cry for the hard interviews, and I cried on the first one. The woman was sweet.
And I was like, oh, they're not that bad at all. Then I went into Gavin, who grilled me till I was char grilled, as in steaming, smoking, burnt. So that was enjoyable. I think when I came out of the interview with Gavin, I was actually laughing because I was just like seriously, how could you win? Well, at least there's something to entertain us for the next half an hour, and that's watching Will.
Me? Watching Will.
He's marinating a steak in some garlic, thyme and chilli. Is it Monday?
After excelling at all other household chores, Will has waited till the very last minute to lay his culinary cards on the table. He's whipping up his signature dish of steak and spaghetti.
So, Will is making a steak and spaghetti dish.
I'm making do with what's in the fridge. It's called adapting.
Steak and spaghetti.
Listen, Gavin, here's actually innovation for you, Gavin.
And look, they touched on little things that were good points, but if you were criticised by a person, usually I'd really take it to heart and but when you actually are in there for like 6 hours just and everything's been thrown at you, and no matter what you say is just like, you're the most stupidest person in the world, kind of runs off your back. There's a little bit of a bloody circus though, like that kind of shite.
Botox, cosmetic surgery, anything else.
I'm sorry, but like
what has it got to do with the job?
What is that? If I've had, if I used to look like fucking John Travolta, and you know what I mean, who gives a shit?
Like I understand the first question,
John Travolta.
but like,
as in, you know, like Face Off.
yeah, I understand that. Is there any naked photographs of you around the place because that could cause embarrassment for the company? But I don't understand. Have you had cosmetic surgery?
When can we laugh about this?
Oh, you can absolutely laugh about it, but I can't because I can't move my face because I've had so much cosmetic surgery.
I love it.
At least you have some clothes on.
Yeah. I'm gonna get drunk and get up on the table in a minute and take all my clothes off and start dancing.
It really wouldn't be necessary.
Oh,
now, if Will suggests that.
Cocaine that's good enough, really.
Oh yeah, did Gavin do this thing? Bill said it would be 2 or 3. It'll be 2. This is before my interview
He's
started.
funny though.
He went, it'll be 2.
He's
Now, come on.
We'll have to give him that. He had
He's
to make you
hilarious.
like.
I was quite at times holding back that, just because I was like, this is so farcical. Like, I actually had that win. And I was looking, at one stage I looked up at Nick and I was like, oh my god, don't laugh. And I was like, oh god. I was like, what more do you want me? Like, do you want me to rip out my spleen and hand it to you? Like, what more can I give you? Like, I said what I thought. Like, if you want the person with the most experience, that's not me. But if you want somebody with talent, then I do have that. And these tasks were judged experience, unincluded. And I've survived people with 10, 12, 15 years on me. So here I am. And they are not. did they ask if you read Bill's books?
Yes, and I got delighted for not reading them.
I
Read
read
what?
one.
They never asked
Bill's
me.
book.
Obviously they knew I hadn't.
You know you can't read. Sound it out. You should
Any
say I
apple?
can speak English but I can't read English, so I couldn't.
Annie Apple.
You'd read both of them, like ours.
I didn't
He
read
knows
most of
them.
my heart.
You had to read books.
Despite the competitive atmosphere in the house, the candidates still find it in their hearts to celebrate Panos's 48th birthday.
Happy birthday, Ellie, to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Panos. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
Hooray!
Obviously, they don't have the hip hip hooray tradition in Greece.
Ooh, that looks like a really nice cake.
I know, right?
Well, now, I mean, we're not really competing with each other because it was up to the interviewers today, which is completely separate to each other, and then it's up to Bill Cullen tomorrow.
Say something, then if they don't write, then it's good. Like,
You know what she said to me today? She's like, do you think you have eye conflict? I was like, well, sometimes I do. And she's like, I knew that from your CV. How can you know I avoid a conflict from my CV? Look at me, you don't have anything conflicting on the page. It's like, do you deserve to be here? I'm like, yeah, because I've done this, I've done that, I've done the other. But this is coming down to more now. This is coming down to me as a potential person to get this job. And now my age and my experience and all that jazz is coming into it. So I can't actually say I will be here tomorrow.
Just proof points it. Fuck off, you liars.
People like, Phil just get up and go, thanks very much for never going to be middle. Why do you feel like it off? And dance.
Whatever you say about Will, you have to admit he's a good sport.
Had a party organizer.
Organisation.
And an excellent party organisator.
There you go.
Batman.
Oh, Jesus, Batman. Saved by the bell.
Cause I'm saved by the bell. 6 o'clock already. Baywatch.
Do. I'll be ready.
Captain Planet, he's our hero. No,
I used
he's
to know
gonna
him.
take pollution down to 0.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, that was so cheesy, wasn't it?
If only Bill was looking for an apprentice with a thorough knowledge of TV theme tunes, Will would have had it wrapped up.
Because of that.
Coronation Street.
And there you go.
Senders.
What the fuck was that? Drums over there.
Yeah, that's it. Emmerdale.
Oh,
He's actually not that
because
bad.
my dad watched that all the time. And they had a band called the Orange Organics. Do you not remember them? People at home know what I'm talking about.
Is this an interactive show now? The people at home know what I'm doing. Press red now to confirm.
Vote A.
How ridiculous is stupid?
Coming back from one of the most intensive interviews in the entire country.
Oh wait,
and
I know
like,
it's going. Hey man, man.
what the hell is the bag here for?
I don't
Go
know.
trick or treating or something.
I'm happy. What did you
Right, I'm gonna go.
Kids, please don't do this at home.
What did you take, like?
Oh my god, I think we're actually delirious from today.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely just don't know. I really do not know. And I don't know how much heed Bill is going to put to it. Whether he already has his top two and this is just going to be like, yeah, grand, already knew all that. Or whatever. So, tomorrow is a mystery.
And a final welcome back to The Apprentice at Home, where the last two candidates return, and both of them are women.
I got Bill's book, man. Not in a good way. You didn't read my book?
Yeah.
Slithered across the table, there's a present for you. After he, get to speak to him, it was the best-selling book and stuff. What the interviewer said was basically they thought I was, as it came out the board, unflappable. They couldn't break me, and they thought I should just come in with everything learned off and everything. And that's not me at all. I didn't learn off a thing for that interview. Oh my god, guess what they said to me in the boardroom? They said my nicey nice attitude, but my drive suggested I was passive-aggressive. Yeah. Well, I wasn't locked in a box as a child and poked a stick and made really passive-aggressive. I think I've learned to be passive-aggressive because if I am, I'm not too sure, I'll have to go to a psychologist when I get out of here, is because I have 5 sisters, and when everyone's screaming and shouting, sometimes it's a little bit more effective to go, I take on board what you're saying, but I'm right and you're wrong. And yeah, then I am passive-aggressive, haven't I? Right now I'm going to cook these steaks for us, Michelle.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You haven't cooked in the house yet, have you?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
Passive-aggressive? No, I have cooked.
Okay, well then I'm not having beans.
Passive-aggressive, I think I have it now. I cook Michelle a steak, but I spit in it. I am who I am. Like, if Bill wants me to be more aggressive, yeah, but like, I can't imagine myself going into this task and being needlessly aggressive because it's to impress Bill. Like, he needs me to be maybe more direct, but I have a way of dealing with people, and that's talk to them privately, not make a scene.
Surprise, surprise. We're having a chef come down and cook us an amazing meal, and we're having a pianist come down and serenade to us.
Tomorrow is a photo shoot in which all the other contestants will be coming back. So I get to see everyone again. And then we have the prize, I think, which is the facials and the massages and a chef coming in and cooking for us. And a pianist coming into the house. The hairy moment in the boardroom earlier. We were kind of like, what did he just say? I'm hoping the vibe with me won't be too bad. I haven't left any enemies really in my trail. A couple of people didn't really like me, I think. But that's to be expected. But I left on good terms with nearly everybody, I think. I mean, I'd had to fall out with one person, but...
No doubt Niamh is looking forward to seeing her old pal Sarah back again.
We kind of had that today, actually. We just said, like, no matter what, the 4 of us have done amazingly well. And we should all be massively proud of ourselves.
The closer it got to the wire, the more respect you have for each other, because you're like, you know what, like, you've got this far and it's been bloody hard. It's just like, it's a long process, like, it's 13 weeks of a job interview. Like, everyone knows how hard it is to go into a job interview. Try doing that every day for 13 weeks. Constantly being watched, constantly being judged.
Just because there was none of this, how did this person on your team perform, or how did that person on your team perform? It was like, this is what the recruitment consultants thought of you, and this is what I think of you, and you know, just responses then, like, to what had been said about you, like whether you agreed with it, and if you didn't, why, and then why should you be in the final. I did a bit of an M&M on it. I was like, I know that this and this and this is wrong with me, but so maybe that's why.
How's that an M&M thing?
And the 8 Mile. Do you remember when he's doing the rapping, and he's like, rather than they give out to him and tell him he's crap at this, that and the other, he tells them what he's crap at.
Good.
The last question that we were asked wasn't why you shouldn't be fired, it was why you should be in the final. And Panis was very much like, he highlighted his strengths and he wanted to show